Hi fellow traders, I hope everybody had a good day today. I hope you had a better day than I had today. The day was another one of these tough days. It seems like I'm just not myself lately. I haven't felt myself in a couple of weeks now. But we've been slowly chugging along. I hadn't really been able to put my finger on it. But another challenging, stressful day that I put myself through really for no reason at all. Um, so just trying to put my finger on why I'm doing the things I'm doing, why I'm making the decisions that I'm making, and why it takes a while for me just to settle down. That's just one of those things that we as traders have to deal with every now and then. We kind of get out of ourselves, get away from what we do, and it kind of causes us some grief a little bit. But I'll work through it. The good thing is you guys in chat get to see me deal with it live because it's something that you're going to be dealing with when you go live or when you're trading, or you may be dealing with it already. But you get to see me deal with it and work through it, live and in color. So good thing, it's a good thing for you guys in chat to really see what I'm dealing with here. So let's talk about the trades I had today. AAOI, it wasn't on the gap scan. It didn't have a lot of volume, but it gapped up. And what I was looking at was this thing gapping over 50 and possibly running up into earnings, which I think now is set for the 4th. But I was going to trade it, either swing trade it, hold it through, right up into earnings because I felt they were going to run this stock up. And my bias was to the long side. So I waited for it to settle down. You can see it was kind of choppy at the open. We got the pullback. It held at 50-50. I waited for this candle to close. Okay, I did exactly what I was supposed to do. I waited for this candle to close. Got in on this one. Now, yeah, we're below VWAP. And I always say you don't long just below VWAP and don't short into VWAP. But I got long here because I felt very strongly about this trade pushing back through the VWAP. The 20 held, which the 20 has been showing that it's the major player here for the last several weeks. So I felt really good about it. Even though we had this little choppiness and pullback here, we stayed above the 20. So I stayed in it. Did get one cover off of this, and then we decided to fail. Now, the unique thing about this is I had my stop at break even, and it did not hit at break even. It went out at 50.87. I had a 13-cent drop, a 13-cent loss, a slippage from where my stop was to where it filled. And I was watching this thing, and it went from 51.05 straight down to 81.87. I mean, no stops in between. It just went straight down and took me out. But that's fine. I mean, still, I guess I had a $50 trade on it. And that's not bad on a stock that just didn't follow through. And that's what happens. So I don't know how I ended up getting short biased here. That I can't figure out. But I tried to short this here under the 20, and it really shouldn't have been a short, but I did it. And to this day I can't figure out why I would short it here, and there was no confirmation that we were rolling over and rejecting the 20. None whatsoever. So I kind of wait and we got the VWAP and rejected it. So I kind of felt good about it, and we pulled back. I'm still in it, and all of a sudden, pop. There's another one. Took me right out of this trade. So this was just a stupid move. It didn't make any sense to me. Don't know why I'm trading like I'm trading. I just, why I can't wait. Normally I'm patient, but in this case, I just didn't have the patience to wait. And then you see here, rollover. There's the move I was looking for. If I was going to short it, that was the move. We couldn't push up, back up toward 51.50. Then here was the short, right here under the 20. But I didn't take it, of course, and I missed this whole move. So what happens when we miss a solid move like this? It's called a fear of missing out. So I jump in here under the 9 here. I jump in with 1,000 shares, of course, and I cover half here at 49.60ish, I think it was. 49.50. I covered half of it at 49.50, and wait a minute, 49.76. I'm sorry, I covered half at 49.76. I covered some more at 49.50, and then when we started to bounce, I took the rest off at 49.69. I took the rest off here, which turned out to be a pretty smart move because we never did come back. Never did pull back. But this, all this was me kind of being upset, and then, but I sat back and I focused. I just checked out of chat for a minute, filtered out all the noise, and focused on this trade because I needed to see, is it me? What is it? What's causing me not to execute the way I need to execute? So in this case, I waited for the close of this candle, got in on this candle under the 9, and managed to trade pretty much perfectly. So I realized then it's got to be something psychological. It's got to be some pressure that I'm putting on myself when I'm sitting here in chat. And it's got to be something that I'm not thinking about, or that I'm not aware of, that I'm placing on myself in chat. And this happens to us, and I'm sure that there are a lot of you guys out there that have pressures on yourself and you don't even know it. You don't even think about it, but there is a pressure on you. If you're doing this and your wife or your husband or whoever, a family member, is telling you, you're wasting your time. This isn't going to work. I don't know why you're doing this. And you have this pressure on you to do well. You have this pressure to prove them wrong. And when that creeps in, it causes you to do things that you don't normally do. It causes you to break your rules. And that's kind of what's been happening to me lately. I haven't been sticking to my stops. I've been breaking that rule. I haven't been waiting and patient for the setup. I'm a more conservative trader, so I'm going to wait a little bit longer. But typically, I don't get stopped out as much. But unfortunately, over the last month or so, I've been getting stopped out more than I normally do because I'm taking more of a risk. And I'm thinking it could easily be the pressure that I'm putting on myself. So the next one we did, I took, let's see, BIDU, and the first trade on this, again, I didn't wait for this to roll up. This candle was red when I got in. This candle was red. It opened here, it went red. Look, I needed to wait for this candle to close below the 9 before I got in, but I didn't. I jumped in here anticipating to move down and ended up getting stopped out within, a couple of minutes of me entering the trade. So here we hit the 20, we rejected it. I waited for this candle, and then I got in on this candle. The last minute of this candle, when I knew that we weren't going to recover, I got in. This candle stayed below the 9. This one tested it, stayed below it, and then boom, stop out. So stopped out twice on this. That's where that 227.95 came from. I think I killed about $100 on each trade. Which is my max loss anyway. So very challenging day for me. This one was just a dumb trade. Again, I didn't wait for confirmation that we were getting ready to turn around and come back. Here I waited for confirmation, just no follow through on it. So I can't be mad at myself with that, because I did wait for confirmation. The only thing that I really didn't pay attention to in this case was the volume. And this should have kept me out of both of these trades. But you can see my focus is off. I'm not going through my list like I'm supposed to. I'm not, following the parameters of my trading. And it's put me in some bad positions. So we're going to continue to work on getting myself out of that and doing the right things, making the right decisions, making the right moves. I'm hoping that, this added focus and knowing that it's not me or my execution ability, it's the pressure that I'm putting on myself. And I've got to come up with a way in order to deal with that. So that's what I'm going to be looking at and working on for the next couple of weeks, I guess. But definitely didn't want to start this Monday off on this bad. I definitely didn't want to do that. But it is what it is, and I have to deal with it. Good thing is I don't have a big hole that I have to work myself out of. I did kind of recoup on the day, practically break even. So not gonna complain about it. Just lace up my boots and start kicking tomorrow. So you guys have a great evening, a great night, great morning, depending on where you are in the world. And I will see you guys first thing tomorrow.